Hello and welcome to another Multichromas video. I am posting 12 videos all the way through the 25th of December. And today I'm going to be doing another layering iridescent multichromes video. I do have one up previously from a few months ago. I used Devinah's Marama and I layered it over all kinds of different colors to see how an iridescent multichrome will look depending on what the base color is and if it will affect the shift. And yes, it does. Definitely check out that video if you haven't seen it already. I will link it down in the description box. So the iridescent multichrome that I'm going to be layering today is Red Giant from Terra Moons. This is one of my most favorite shadows ever. I do have some dupes to it at this point from Devinah as well as Clionadh. I do have some swatch comparisons up in a video, so I will link that down in the description box as well in case you don't have this one, but you might have some of the other dupes. So after doing the last video, I was really curious to see how Red Giant layers, because it just has such a strong, really beautiful pinky reddish tone. It really is just like a whole nother level. It really truly reminds me of something cosmic, and I was curious to see how it transforms. Overall, iridescent multichromes are amazing over a darker base, especially a black base. It really transforms the eyeshadow into a whole nother type of vibe, and that's why iridescent multichromes are just so versatile, because you have that layering option. So I'm going to be showing you how it layers over different colorful mattes, and then I'll be creating this look, so let's get right into it. So Red Giant on its own at the top, below that it is over the Danessa Myricks Blackout Color Fix. Below that it's over a darker red, and then below that is a lighter, brighter red. Then orange, green, purple, blue, yellow, and brown. So we've got like all the colors. These mattes are a mixture of the Blend Bunny Cosmetics Blends and Search palettes. These are all dry swatches of the matte eyeshadow as well as Red Giant. And I do feel like because of the fact that these are powder mattes compared to the black base here, which dried down completely, Red Giant was mixing in with the colors. So I really feel like that affects it a lot. If you're putting an iridescent shadow over a matte shadow versus a dried down shadow, because it's not going to mix, it's just going to layer on top. So that's something to keep in mind. I do think that for the most part all these different colors completely transform the shade. So on its own it does have this almost like a bluish base to it. It's a very light base, and it's completely gone over the black base as well as most of these other shades. When it does come through again, is really over the blue base as well as the purple. I think the blue and purple look very interesting. It no longer looks like it's very vibrant red shade that it looks when it's just swatched on its own. It looks very interesting over green and almost contrasts the green. It does get a little bit lost, and the orange I think actually brings down the redness and makes it more orange, while the reds obviously really keep the red, but also the depth changes. So with the darker red it's even darker, and then with the brighter red the red is even brighter. When it's over the yellow, it actually reminds me of some shades I do have that are very yellow with that very high red reflect in them. So that's kind of interesting. I wonder if that's how those shades were created. But otherwise, it really just ends up looking red and yellow. I don't really see any of the other shifts. And then over brown, I love it over brown. It really transforms it. I can really see the yellow shift in the brown actually. And I will also insert footage with my phone. We'll be priming with the P. Louise paint. I find that this primer works well with the Give Me Glow formula. I just find that that formula does not like any sort of tacky base, and this does fully set down and basically mattify with maybe just like a little bit of tack, but not even then. So I'm going to be using the Vivid Rose palette from Give Me Glow, and this is what the inside looks like. Super pink, very beautiful. Going in with Pop of Pink, and I'm putting it right into my inner crease, and I'm going to really try to keep it in this crease, and I'm only going to take it about halfway, and then I'm just going to keep blending. Next I'm going in with just a little bit of Pretty Peony, and I'm just gonna deepen that up in a sense. It's really just a little bit darker than Pop of Pink, and I'm just gonna blend that into that, just brightening it up. Then I'm taking He Loves Me Not, And I'm gonna put that on the outer portion of my lid, and I'm actually gonna take it about halfway into my lid, but I'm gonna make sure it's blended. And I'm just kind of tapping it on, and then I'll blend out the edges of that. I'm gonna use He Loves Me to help blend that out. And then I'm taking a clean brush and just going over the edges to further blend them out. And I'm taking that same shade and connecting my lower lash line. Definitely recommend using Gimme Glow eyeshadows before you do your eye makeup. And then I'm going back in with Pop of Pink under the rest of my lower lash line. Next, I'm using my Fernie Pixie Epoxy. I'm going to create a fake half cut crease. Just taking that all over the lid, almost all the way to my outer corner, and I'm even going to pop it on my inner corner. Picked up some Red Giant, and I'm just going to put it over where I put down the Fernie Pixie Epoxy. And then just trying to smooth out this outer corner. And then popping in that inner corner highlight. So here's the finished look. So I think the outcome was pretty much similar to the previous video I did, where the matte color really just amps up whatever that shift is. So if you layer a red iridescent multichrome over a red eyeshadow, it will really bring out the red. The one shade that really shocked me was the blue. That just like transformed it completely to something else. The mattes overall seem to be mixing with the iridescent multichrome, and it almost just made them seamless and really just made them into a whole nother multichrome. So I really can't wait to layer all my other different kinds of iridescent multichromes to see how they look, because you just never know how even more of an amazing shade you can get. It's just really so much fun with iridescent multichromes. Can I recommend them enough? Let me know in the comments below what shade you would like to see layered next. And that's everything for this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, I would love it if you subscribe. There's so much indie makeup content, especially multichromes, lots and lots of multichromes up already on my channel, and much more to come. You don't want to miss out. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.